Hello everyone, this is Thursday, March 10th, 2022. It's noon hour and I'm just about to begin my walk. I'm at Scotia Square and you're looking down Barrington Street. If you look that way, you're looking down Hollow Street. And we're going to walk up towards the Mcdonald Bridge. A little bit different direction today, a little different street. And I hope you enjoy this nice walk. It's noon hour and it's not terribly cold. It's 2 degrees Celsius with a wind chill of about 1. So there's not a lot of wind, which is a good thing. I like these walks when we don't have a whole lot of wind. A little bit of wind, but not enough to hurt anything, I don't think. So we'll get on our way. Maybe I lied, there's more wind here than there was. Depends on where you are, how much wind you're going to get. Right when I came around this turn, for some reason I'm getting a lot of wind. So, I don't know. We will see. I'm going to walk up to Brunswick Street and we'll walk across Brunswick for a ways. I'm not just sure what we'll do. We'll walk all the way across Brunswick or if we'll do something else, but we'll start off on Brunswick Street anyways. Yeah, it's a little bit breezy here. I'm going to just pull my hood up, see if that helps. It can't hurt. Yeah, that helped. Alright. My hood is up now. That should make it a little better. Alright, I think my camera's out of focus. There we go. Alright, everything's good. I came over early this morning, been sitting in Scotia Square, having a coffee, listening to music. So, I guess it's time I got busy. Got back to work. Oh, car wants to make a left. There's a common sight in Halifax these days. Cranes up in the sky. They're all over the place. Especially in the North End. There's a lot of those in the North End. Big changes taking place here. Alright, we'll stand here and see which way I'm going to cross first. I guess we'll go across this side because there's construction stuff over in that corner. We might do better from this side, I think. Now the wind isn't too bad here, so hopefully it'll stay that way. I won't get too much wind. Well, sometimes the sun is out. Right now it's back out again. It was out earlier, then it clouded over, but I can see the blue sky up there now. So it looks like it's okay here on Brunswick Street. I'm not getting any wind at all here. It all depends on where you are. Sometimes it's very windy and you go around the corner and there's no wind. There goes the 12 o'clock cannon, Citadel Hill cannon going off at 12 o'clock. Every day, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock noon, they fire the cannon. One of my videos, I was right up there when they fired the cannon. You can look that up if you're interested in it. So I am heading on Brunswick in a north direction, heading north on Brunswick. If you stay right on Brunswick, it runs parallel to Barrington and Gottingen. And they all go north. Well, that's quite a project right there. It all started way back here, and then it gradually went over, and now there's a lot of buildings going up right there. I love it, love it. A city's supposed to have a good skyline, and we're getting there. Every time they put up a new building, it adds to the skyline. This is Canard Court Apartments. I don't know anything about them. I can't recommend or not recommend. I don't know anything about them. Other than it looks pretty good. Looks maintained and looks good, so that's all I can say. I don't know any more than that about them. But I can tell you one thing from things I've read. If you're a renter in this city or any city in Canada or US, as far as that goes, there's people who's got a lot of money. They're going around buying up apartment buildings, and then they're doing a little bit of work, and then they're jacking the rent way up, sometimes more than double to what you were paying. So if you've been in your building for 7, 8, 10 years, you're paying way less than a guy that just moved in a week ago. So if they buy that building, then they want to kick everybody out. They say, oh, we're going to renovate the building, everybody's out. They do a little bit of work, and then let's say you were paying $1,000 a month rent. To get back in, you're going to pay about $2,500. That's what they're doing. A lot of that's going on right now in Nova Scotia, in Ontario, and New Brunswick, everywhere. Out west, British Columbia, everywhere. That's going on. So just letting you know that's what the situation is in Canada and US both. If you're renting, that's what could happen to you. I'm not saying it will. I rent myself and it hasn't happened, but I don't think it will where we are. Sorry, I hit my phone there. There, okay. But that is a trend that's going on right now. So I'm still walking across Brunswick Street. I'm not really sure where I'll end up. I just start walking and we'll see where it leads. It's going to lead me home eventually. I gotta go home, but as long as I point myself in that direction, And I live across the harbor, way over there. I am on the corner of Brunswick and Cornwallis. And Cornwallis is the street that they're going to be renaming. Alright, let's keep walking. I thought Harbour View would be a good name because it's looking right at the harbour. But I didn't submit it. I'll leave that to somebody else. I got enough on my plate without renaming streets. Brunswick Street is flat. There's no hills here. So if you walk across Brunswick Street from one end to the other, it's perfectly flat, which is highly unusual for Halifax, but it's a nice flat street. Look at the sign here on this Catholic church. Pray for Ukraine and all war victims. The sign right up there. Yeah. Good for them. So I kind of like walking across Brunswick sometimes because if you get tired of walking up and down hills, you can walk across Brunswick and it's flat all the way. And if you're going over to Dartmouth, Brunswick Street will take you right up to the bus shelter to take you onto the bridge. In fact, the day that I made that snow walking video across the bridge, a high wind with my umbrella, that's where I stopped to pack up my gear after I walked across the bridge. Was that bus shelter at the end of Brunswick Street and North Street, where you go onto the bridge. Did you watch that video? If you didn't, check it out. I walked in a high wind across that bridge and it was snowing pretty good. And the only way I was able to do it, I put an umbrella beside my head. The wind was coming to the south and I used the umbrella to block the wind so I could talk and wouldn't be interrupted by high winds. That's how I got across that bridge. Made that video. There's the Harbour View Apartments. A big apartment complex right here. No doubt there's always people moving in and out because there's a lot of apartments there. It's not that hard to get an apartment in Halifax, but the rents are on the rise. And if you got one, stay put. Because if you move, the next one might turn out to be a disaster. So, all I can say where I am, we've been there now 3.5 years. This summer will be 4 years. Can you imagine how fast the time has gone? Was 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. 4 years, the end of July. It was the 1st of August when we moved in. We left Ontario on the end of July, and we moved in here 1st of August. And it's all hills over where I live. If you're walking from downtown Dartmouth, it's all uphill. If you're walking to downtown, it's all downhill. You can see the bridge over there through the bars of this fence. You can see the Mcdonald Bridge. A lot of people don't know maybe what first name is, but it's Angus. The Mcdonald Bridge is the Angus Mcdonald Bridge. Sidewalk closed, if you're going that way. That's it. That's all. It's good this way. Here's a historic site you might want to see it. I might have showed that before, but in case you didn't see that video, this is apparently they do have church in here. June to September, weekdays, mornings and evening prayer Sundays. It's a Catholic church let me see, it's a Dutch church from 1750 to 1752. Man, this is an old building. This is a Dutch Catholic church that was built in 1750. I guess it took 2 years to build it, I guess what that means. Wow. That's an old building, 1750 to 1752. Here we are. Here's some more news on it. Let's see if I can tell you just a little bit about it. The burying ground was set aside, the graveyard right there, in 1752 for the recently arrived immigrants from Europe who formed a cohesive community based on their shared language and faith. They erected this building by 1756, and it served as a church, school, and social center well into the 19th century. An enduring symbol of the early history of Halifax and the foreign Protestants of Nova Scotia. It is the oldest church associated with German immigration. Wow, German-Dutch church. Apparently it was a Protestant church. I thought it was Catholic because it's right close to the Catholic Church now, but apparently it's a Protestant church. But anyway, in 1752, they started this burial ground, and a church was built, and they erected the church in 1756. Wow. So in 1956, it was 200 years old. In 2000, it was 250 years old. So it's 270, almost. In 2026, it'll be 270 years old. Wow. Well, we'll continue on across Brunswick for a ways, and
well, thanks for later. Yeah. Have a good one.
I'm not sure where I'm going to go. It's Brunswick Street. It might stop at the bridge. It might I don't know. I don't think it goes past the bridge, past North Street. So we have to do something else because that's too short. Too short of a walk just to do that. So
I'm going to empty it for you.
this is like a free food place for homeless and people that need food. Not all homeless, but they just don't have enough money to buy food. So this place gives food away here. I think it's run by the Catholic Church. Although other organizations could be donating and contributing. Could be, yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what we do when we get up here. I'm not going to stop this video just because I get to North Street. That is the way that I go home, but I don't have to end it right there. I can just keep on. I can just keep on walking around for a while and looking at some places maybe you haven't seen before. Another look at the harbor from Art Street, A-R-T-Z, from Art Street down to the harbor. All these roads point down towards the harbor. So I can spend a little time over here in this neighborhood because I'm going to catch the bus on North Street to go home, and I might as well just walk around here for a while. Show you some parts maybe that you haven't seen. Here's another historic site. Full of history over here. John Mccauley House was built in 1877. He was one of the fathers of Confederation. Lived here from 1863 until his death in 1877. Lawyer, journalist, member of Nova Scotia Legislative Council. Very strong supporter of colonial union, attended Charlottetown, Quebec, and London conferences. Anyways, this was a fashionable, middle-class neighborhood at the time of Confederation, and it's a historic site now. So there you go, Jonathan Mccauley lived here in this house. You can tell it was pretty fashionable neighborhood, just the way the houses is built here. It's changed somewhat over the years. I wouldn't call it a horrible neighborhood. I just call it maybe a lot of the people maybe are low earners, possibly. It's what the sense I kind of get. Anyways, we'll just walk around here a little bit and kind of get a feel for the neighborhood. It looked like it's probably working class. I couldn't venture a guess on their earnings, but I say it's, average. Yeah, average. That's where I am. I don't work anymore. I'm retired. What am I talking about? We're in the average bracket, I guess. So what do you think? You like this spot right here? North Muse apartments, 2 and 3 bedrooms. Wow, I don't know when they put that sign up, but 2 and 3 bedrooms from $900. That's not bad, considering some places are asking for much more than that. $900 is pretty good to live in the city. We're paying right now. We're out of the city, not even in the city. Well, we're in the city, but we're not over here. We're in Dartmouth. Looks like these buildings are slated for the chopping block. Let's see. Application by the City of Halifax, a development agreement, a non-profit house society requesting non-sustainable amendments to existing development agreement on land. So this street to extend date for communicated ways. So Halifax Regional Municipality Planning Development. So these buildings, this one on the corner, I guess it's just that one, is slated for the chopping block because it's not been looked after properly. Well, we're at the bridge, but I'm not going to stop this video right here. We're just going to find something else to do, okay? Let's go up the hill. We'll find something. I never really explored this whole neighborhood right here before. I just walked down Brunswick Street like I did there, but I haven't looked at the whole neighborhood. So let's do that. Let's just we'll go up to the next street and we'll go back down that street a ways, kind of look around the neighborhood and get a feel for it. Stand with Ukraine. There's my bus. That bus takes me right home. Bus 5. But I'm not ready to go home yet. I need to spend more time with you, my viewers, my loyal viewers who always watch my videos. I need to spend time with you doing things we haven't done before, which is the next street. I'm not sure the name of it, but I'm sure we didn't walk on it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to check out this neighborhood right here. The neighborhood by the bridge on North Street. There's the seniors complex over there, the Northwood, famous Northwood Seniors Home, where when COVID first broke out, they had a lot of people that died in there, but they really got the handle on it because after that, the second wave and third wave and fourth wave, I don't think anybody died. Never heard about it. So it turned out they used a lot of precautions and good for them because you never heard any more about the patients dying in there. But it hit hard when it first hit. Let's look at this little area in here. There's apartments. And it's just I guess they call this a cul-de-sac. A dead-end street. Wow, this is kind of cool. You have lawn there in the middle and apartments all around, and a circle to turn your car around. I'm just going to look and see if you can walk right out through onto the street from here. I don't know if you can or not. I don't want to go in somebody's yard. Nah, I'm not sure, so I won't do it. I get everybody out here wondering what I'm doing. Just making a video. Sometimes people look at you when you're walking around with one of these gimbals, and they wonder what you're doing. I'm going to tell them I'm checking for earthquakes. What do you think? Would that be a good idea? No? Okay. So that was a short street. We didn't do much in there, did we? We will try next street. I'm in no hurry. We're just walking around here. That didn't take long to walk down Brunswick. That took about, once we get on it, I'd say it took about 10 minutes to walk down Brunswick, and then the time it took us to get up to Brunswick. Now I'm back on North Street. And we're walking up the hill again. That is Gottingen right there. I don't know if that might be the next street. I don't think there's one before that. Yeah, I probably could have came up through that walkway if I would have wanted to, probably. But anyway, here we are on Gottingen. I'm going to go across the street, and then I'm going to go down, and I'm going to take some side streets in this neighborhood. Still basically in the same neighborhood. That is north, and that is west, and that is south. Going south on Gottingen at the moment. And across the harbour is east. For anybody who doesn't know the layout of Halifax, I'm walking in the north end on Gottingen, which is one of the main streets in the north end of Halifax. Gottingen is a partially residential and partially business, commercial business up here. But right here it's more houses and things than it is. When you get farther down, it's more stores and stuff like that. Okay. One more day, we'll have the weekend again. Another week closer to spring. Next week, the clocks spring forward. That's how you can tell. Spring ahead, fall back. If you never heard that saying. So in the fall, you set your clocks back. The spring, you set them ahead. Spring forward, fall back. All right. Want a close-up of a pigeon? That's as close as I can get to them. It seems like every city has a lot of pigeons. And they'll eat just about anything. Anything you got to eat, they'll eat it. All right, let's go up Charles Street, right from Gottingen. I've been on Charles before, but I never walked it right from Gottingen. So we're gonna go right straight up from Gottingen. And there's another crane, another construction job going on here. They're everywhere. The north end has got more construction, I think, than any other part of the city. I know South End doesn't have much construction going on. Downtown has some, but the north end is probably getting the bulk of it. I love it, seeing these buildings go up, especially when they're going to add something to the skyline. They're a little bit taller, yeah. That's wonderful. Nice to see that. That place is well underway. I remember when there wasn't anything over there. And it looks like two different sites. The other one's over there on the other side of the street. And this one's here. So it's two different sites. Nice to see this construction going on here in the north end. And I am on Charles Street, and I will keep you informed as to what streets were up here. And this is a one-way street beyond here, but I can walk it. Can't drive it, but I can walk it in the direction. All right, let's continue on. Right on up Charles Street. There's a tire place. I wonder what kind of deal they could give me for some tires. I need to buy tires for a car. It's nice to spread it around a little bit instead of just going to one shop. Give your business to different people. Then you can decide who you like the best. If they don't use you good, you're not going to keep on going there. That was my experience at one place which I won't name it because actually I've had that experience at probably 2 places. But the ones I brag up, you know they're good. Which is my two favorite shops are Coast Tiger, corner of Young and Roby, and Todd's Napa shop in the south end. Todd's Auto is my other favorite place. They got knowledgeable mechanics in there. They can get to the bottom of whatever's wrong and then fix it right.
Oh, nice. Never mind.
Well, right now I am up on Agricola. But I'm just going to keep right on across Agricola. I know Agricola's a business street, and it's always fun to walk on business streets. But I've been on it several times, so I'm just going to keep right on going, right on up Charles Street. It's not too cold out to walk around, so might as well walk around and make a good video today. Delivery guys are hard at work here. Going into the shops, stores. Still on Charles. Now it's a residential area for sure. It's one-way street. Everything's going east on Charles Street up here. I guess it's one way all the way because when I started it was one way. So Charles is a one-way street. Goes east. In case anybody wants to know that. Looks like a lot of apartment houses along here. Both sides of the street, I would say. Some of them might be private, but a lot of them look like apartments. That one looks like an apartment, that one does. These ones do. Yeah, they're all numbered and lettered. I'm all the way over to Roby, because there's the Irving. I've walked all the way up to Roby on Charles Street. Now where do I want to go? There's a big church. I just forgot the name of it right now, but I'll let you know when I get around here. I don't know why I can't think of it because I saw the sign lots of times, but I'll let you know anyway. On the corner of Charles and Roby is, we'll let you know in about 1 minute what church is here. It is, there's no sign, oh here's the sign. It's quite a big church, probably the hall and the church and all kinds of things. All Nations Christian Reformed Church. Worship services Sunday at 10 a.m. There you go. Always like to mention churches, no certain denomination, just whenever I see one I tell you what it is and where it's located if I can. And if I can get the information, I tell you when they have their services. All that stuff. Whenever I can, I do so. All right, I'm on Roby at the moment. I turned right there. I gotta get tired of Charles Street. That was long enough on Charles. All right, we'll continue on Roby for now. Hope you're enjoying this walk around. That's Willow. Roby and Willow. We walked on Willow that way. I walked over there on Willow before. 2 or 3 times maybe. I walked on Willow a couple times anyway. So I am walking now north again. North on Roby. I like to let you folks know where I am. So what direction I'm walking in and what's here and all the things I can think of to tell you about it. In case you don't live here, I don't know what some of the people that watch these. I got a comment from somebody in Brazil the other day that's thinking about maybe moving here. So that's how it goes. I'm going to cross Roby and go this way. Go up Roby for a little walk. On the south side of Roby. We're going to go across this way. There we go. I don't know where I'm going to end up. Maybe I'll end up at Young and Roby today. Go in there, have a coffee, and then take the bus from there. Go home. Might do that. I can't wait too long getting home though, because the car's home and I have to go pick up my son from work. I gotta leave about 4 to go get him, and then we go from there. He gets off work at 5, and then we go from there to my wife's work in Burnside and wait for her to get off. So I have to be mindful of my time. I'm just gonna look at it and see. I think I have lots of time yet, but oh yeah, it's only 12:36. So it was about just a little bit before 12 when I started out. So I'd say we've been at this for about 45 minutes. So let me see, what do you want to do? Not sure? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to make a right on the next turn. So I started my walk this morning at Scotia Square because that's a nice place in there in the morning. If you ever come in the city and you want to hang out somewhere and have coffee or a snack, Scotia Square is a good spot because you're right in the middle of downtown, and there's several restaurants. It's like a food court in there. There's several restaurants you can go to in there. All right, we're going to go across the street when I can, as soon as I can. It's busy here, so I can't always just run across the street. You gotta be careful. Okay. Might be able to do it now. I run fast. There we go. Okay, I'm across. I'm at Clifton Street right now, and I'm going to go up one more street. Okay, I'm going to go one more street before I cross over. So we're still on Roby. We'll go another street and then we'll make a right. All right, stop waving this around and focus. There we go. This is a nice little office. Looks like they gave it a facelift not long ago. All right, we'll go down the street. I've been on it before, but it's okay. We'll get a little bit of wind. Not too much, but a little bit. You might hear that blowing in the microphone. Hope you don't. Could. My microphone is pointing down, but I still think you'll hear me all right, because they're quite sensitive. This has been a great walk. I had no idea I was going to end up on Roby Street. But we just started walking and I let my feet do the thinking. Wherever they want to take me, that's pretty much where I'll go. It's starting to rain, so I got to step up the pace and get inside before everything gets all wet. Otherwise, I'll have to end this video. I didn't know it was going to get rain this afternoon. But we're getting a little late now, but we'll keep on going. Hopefully it don't get too wet. So that's good. I'll take the bus from Yonge and Roby, and I'll take it downtown, and maybe I'll take a ferry boat ride today. Might do that. Take Yonge and Roby downtown, take a ferry boat ride, catch the bus home from there. That's probably what I'll do. I'm still walking north at the moment. Speed fine doubled in work areas. Oh yeah, that's common. Usually in the work areas, if you speed, you'll get if there's workers present, you'll get a double the fine as you would for just speeding. You have to make sure you slow down in construction zones. They had the same thing in Ontario, same policy. Said when workers are present, speeding in construction zone when workers are present, double fine. I'm just trying to remember the name of the street. For some reason it won't come to me. So I gotta see a street sign. I haven't seen one yet. I know it, but I can't pull it out. Oh, it's over there on that sign, okay. We'll, I want to tell you it, but I can't. Oh, Gladstone, yes. I knew it had 2 syllables in it, but I couldn't think of what it was. Gladstone. Look, standing right here at all the new buildings and the cranes and stuff. This neighborhood is going to get a lot of people living in it in a short time. There's 4 cranes visible right here. There's 1, 2, 3, and the other one's just peeking around that building. 4, but there's more than that here. But that's what you can see right from here. Well, it's a good neighborhood. You got a supermarket over there, and you got a supermarket down there, and you got a medical center right here, and you got all kinds of fast food places over there on Yonge Street. Tim Hortons is just down here. I'm kind of hoping maybe somebody opened a Starbucks down in this neighborhood too. But we'll see. I picked up wind again right here. It was calm until I got right here. Funny about that. It's just everything could be all calm, and then all of a sudden you'll reach a certain area and the wind's blowing. North Station, we call this. I think I showed you that before, but just in case, right on the corner of Gladstone and whatever the street is called right here. This is Almond. Oh yeah, Almond. Gladstone and Almond. Okay, maybe there's no wind around the corner. Hopefully. Yeah, it's better over here. And there's another crane over there. Oh, they're all over the neighborhood here. There's loads of them. My friend Roger in Vancouver, he used to live here in this, pretty close to where I'm walking right now. And every time he sees these areas, he's commenting on how much it changed since he lived here. He went to school here in the 70s. '70s and maybe before that, maybe 60s, 50s, I don't know. He's a little bit older than me, about the same age. All right, so we're going down Almond, taking a look at these buildings that's going up. Remember the first time I showed it to you, it was just a hole in the ground here. And I would say there's going to be a lot of building going up here because the hole was gigantic. It was, I think it was the biggest construction job in the city to date. This one right here. I was going to wear my boots because there was snow on the ground, and at the last minute I said, nah, I'm going with my sneakers. And these sneakers I have on, you have to have summer socks in them because they're too tight to put heavy socks in. But it's okay, it's all right. I'm not cold in them, so it worked out pretty good. You get tired of walking around with boots on your feet because they weigh more. You do a lot of walking, it's always nice to be wearing sneakers. All right, back in our familiar neighborhood. Back in our old familiar neighborhood here. Almost over to Young and Roby. I'll be there soon. I may end this video a little bit before I get to Young and Roby because I know you've seen that so much. You don't need to see it again, right? Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, somewhere over here we'll end this video, and I hope you enjoyed your little walk with me today. I had fun, and let's see how long this walk has been going. 50, looks like 52 minutes, something like that. That's a decent length, I would say. Well, I got Shoppers Drug Mart on this side. I got Rona up there. And I got that big construction site right there. So what do we want to look at when I sign off? Maybe just right here somewhere would be good. Want this right here? Okay. We'll sign off here. Right here. All right. So if you enjoyed this video, if you push that like button, I'll know you enjoyed it. And I'm also getting a low battery signal, so I stopped just in time. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I would love it if you became a subscriber. That's great. If not, I still enjoy you watching the videos anyways, even if you don't subscribe or push the like button or any of that. Glad to have you along for the walk. And with that, I'll say bye for now. Take care. We'll see you all soon.